Hi, welcome to my channel. My name's Becky and this is my first YouTube video. Bro, I'm so awkward. Painful. I know. Okay, my name is Becky and this is my first YouTube video. I'm a sophomore in college and right now I go to Cornell University in Ithaca, New York. If you don't know what it is, you can Google it. Last year I went to the University of Massachusetts Amherst in Amherst, Massachusetts. I'm from Massachusetts originally, outside Boston, and I'm making this video today to tell you why I'm choosing to transfer back to UMass Amherst next semester. So when I applied to college, as a senior in high school, I applied early decision to go to Cornell, and I got a deferred acceptance for my sophomore year, which just means that they didn't accept me for my freshman year of college and told me that I had to attend another university for a year, and if I got a certain GPA, I could come to Cornell for my sophomore year. So out of the schools that I was accepted to, I decided to go to UMass because it was in-state, so it was a good price for me, and I have known a lot of people who really liked that school, and I liked it when I toured it, so I decided to go there for my freshman year, and I wasn't sure if I would like it or if I would hate it and really want to transfer to Cornell, so I went and I ended up really loving it. I made so many good friends there and I just loved the atmosphere of the school, and I loved my professors in classes, maybe not all of them, but most of them, and I did really well academically and just had a lot of fun and loved my time there, so much so that I had basically decided not to accept the option to go to Cornell for my sophomore year until I received my financial aid packet, which was way more than I had expected it to be, which at that point my parents really thought that I should try going to Cornell for a semester, and this was really late in the whole process. It was the very end of May to early June at that point, so most people had already decided. So I decided really late to end up taking the option and transfer to Cornell. So fast forward a couple months and I came to Cornell end of August as a sophomore transfer, and for the first week, orientation week before classes had even started, it was pretty good. I think I was just not really in the mindset yet that I was back at school because I had associated school with UMass, so it just felt like I was at a new place, having fun, meeting people, and I didn't really feel like I was meeting people I was super close with yet, but I was okay with it because I knew that it was still really early on in the process of making friends, and I had made a lot of friends my freshman year, so I was pretty confident that I would be able to make friends again, so I wasn't too worried about it in the very beginning. But then pretty much once classes started and all the orientation activities ended and all the opportunities really to meet other transfers and meet other students in a school run event were kind of over, and so the school kind of was just you're on your own now to make friends, to meet people. That's when I started to feel a little worried about staying at Cornell because I did not feel like I was meeting anybody or had met anybody that I really felt close with. Just in general in my major, I definitely made a couple friends that I really enjoyed. My roommate, Christina, it's your shout out in my video. Oh shit. Hey! That's Christina, my roommate, who I love, and she's also a transfer from Binghamton. So definitely a few people that I've become friends with that I really hope to stay in touch with. But over my time here, I felt like I did not meet people that I was really close with, which I know I've said a bunch, but I guess my point is that the atmosphere of this school and the general, I don't know, type of student who goes here was very different from UMass, and I wasn't expecting it so much as I felt when I came. I definitely expected it to be a more competitive academic environment, which it is for sure. UMass, I felt like there was a lot more help or collaboration between students. Everyone just wanted to help each other get through it. Here, more competitiveness. People really are just working so that they can pass, which I understand because the workload is really intense. So I get that people don't have as much time to look out for their friends or their fellow classmates. But also, I just found that a lot of people here really did not enjoy the school, which is a lot different from UMass, where generally I feel like most people really like it. They're able to find a group of people they enjoy. They just have a good time there no matter what their interests are. And here, every single person that I've told that I'm going back has been like, I get that, or I wish I could do that, or just basically affirming that they don't love Cornell very much. And I do think that Cornell is a great school. You can receive a really great education here. It's well respected, and for everybody who likes Cornell and or is choosing to stay even if they don't like it, I totally respect that, and I think that that's really awesome to stay at this school because it definitely requires a ton of work being put into it. You have to be pretty tough to make it here. But for me, I guess I liked the vibe of UMass more than Cornell. I'm a lot happier there. I miss my friends so much. And another thing that I really found different between the two schools was I felt like there was a lot of, I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. The diversity is different, especially economically. Like, if I'm putting it bluntly, there's a lot of very wealthy people who go to Cornell, which is just, it's different than at UMass. I don't really want to go a ton into it because I don't want to offend anyone, but that's just what I've found at the school. If you think differently, then good. I don't know even the actual demographics of the two schools, but I do assume that the income is different. And if you're coming from maybe not a very high income family, you will notice it here at Cornell. Like, you'll definitely notice that a lot of people are coming from very wealthy families, and for me, I never felt like or discriminated against because of like my social or my economic status, but like it's just something I've noticed, and I just liked like the economic diversity of the students at UMass more. That's just something that's important to me, and if it's not something that you think about, then you should not even worry about it. But for me, I definitely found it making a difference in like how I think about the school. Also, Ithaca is in the middle of nowhere, which Amherst is also in the middle of nowhere, but Ithaca is really in the middle of nowhere. Especially coming from outside Boston, it takes so long to get here, whereas UMass was like an hour outside of my town, and also I had so many friends who lived right around me who could drive me to and from school, like for breaks, because I don't have a car at school. So that's another thing that has been difficult. Getting home, I have to take buses, or if I want to visit my friends at UMass, it's really hard. You have to take the bus, which is really expensive, and it takes so long to get there because buses don't really go directly from Ithaca to Amherst. So that's been another tough thing, just being really far. Not even like it's that far from Boston, but it's just like, because of its location, it's not like a big city, so there's not a ton of like transportation going from Ithaca to Massachusetts and Boston. So that's just been tough. And yeah, I guess overall, I'm choosing to return to UMass because I think that it's a better school for me personally. I loved my time there. I was able to have fun and receive a great education and be surrounded by tons of people who I love. And I just value having an experience like that more than getting an Ivy League degree. And I think wherever you go to college, you can do wonderful things there, and you can do wonderful things after college with a degree from any sort of college or university. And it's all just about what you do with your time and making your time at school worthwhile. So that's why I'm choosing to go back to UMass, and it's okay to transfer back to your old school. I feel like you might think that there's a lot of pressure on you to stay where you are, especially in like my case where I'm leaving an Ivy League, which a lot of people just like, you know, it has like that sort of reputation to go back to a state school, which a lot of people might view as like going to like a worse school, which I don't even believe in that type of stuff. I think you can go to any college or university and do great, but I think you just need to do what makes you happy, and this is what makes me happy, and when I'm happy, I am a better student and person. So I think it's important for me to be somewhere I enjoy. And that was really long and rambling, but if you have any questions about my decision or experience at either school, you can leave a comment below. Also, one last thing I'm going to say before I go. I'm so sorry if I offended anyone by my comments about Cornell. I do respect it as a school, and I've met tons of people who I really respect, and I'm so happy I've gotten to know them. It's just, for me, UMass is a better fit, and I'm in no way trying to tell somebody not to go to Cornell. It's a great school. You can get a great education and meet amazing people. I just wanted to share the reasons that factored into why I'm choosing to go back to my old university. Okay, thanks. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or whatever holiday you celebrate. Goodbye.